According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's a 4-3-3.
Well, a system promoted by the rise of total football, Peter. The wider players in the front three are key operators in how it all works on and off the ball. They have to provide for the central striker, of course, and protect their fullbacks, so they'll get few breathers. If these two don't make a good impression, there are quite good replacements on the bench.
And that gets things running. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, Erling Haaland is very much the player in all of football in so many ways. His development really owes to the fact that he made all the best choices. The clubs, the coaches, everything has been meticulously planned, and an awful lot of that would be attributed to his dad's experience.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Wins the duel this time. Ødegaard. That's really well manoeuvred. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Spread out to the left. It's gone out for a throw-in. Out to the left it goes. Aim forwards. Masuaku. Oh, that's neat. Muscular approach does pay off here. Berger. Ødegaard. Haaland.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Mbemba has played it long. Haaland in acres of space out wide. Herring after the ball here. Referee's given a throw. Wan-Bissaka. The most accurate pass. Ryerson moved on forwards. Berger. And here's Haaland! It's a loose ball.
Will simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here, because that was a magnificent save.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Ryerson.
Bob. Ødegaard.
Ryerson.
Now it's Bob. Oh, easy pickings there. Masuaku, gently done. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Bakambu. Looks across and plays it in. Bob. He has found a way through.
Ryerson.
Ødegaard. Berger.
Ryerson.
And it's Ødegaard. Ødegaard played out towards the right wing. He's having a shot! That's really well cleared. Another throw-in. Ødegaard. There's the shot! Oh, it's played into the area. Well read, and the danger is averted. Bakambu. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Berger. And it's played forward. And here's Haaland. Wan-Bissaka shifted upfield. Bakambu! He scored! So the first goal of the game.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Great defending, strong and determined. Always onto this. And he's onside. Bakambu. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. There are a few waiting for it. Great challenge, time to perfection. Masuaku. And it's Masuaku. Quarter of an hour played. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. And that has been knocked clear. Norway going about it patiently, perhaps too patiently. Aim forwards. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Bob. And he's heaved it away. Mbemba. Masuaku. Mbemba. And it's played forward. Now that's well seen too. And here's Haaland. Ødegaard. And they've got rid. And that's been won straight back. Twanzebe. Wan-Bissaka. Twanzebe. Out to the right. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. And the keeper has it. Berger. And that's really well manoeuvred. Bob. Bob crosses it in. Twanzebe tries to clear. Mbemba. Mbemba, gently done. Can he latch on to this? Masuaku is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka forwards and with intent. Does really well to win the ball there. Moved on forwards. Berger. Bob. Mbemba. Masuaku. And it's Masuaku. Masuaku drives forward on the overlap. Masuaku going full steam ahead down the left flank. Didn't quite get enough on that.
Norway, well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
And it's been taken short. Oh, nice touch. And across it goes. And here's Haaland. Ødegaard. Bob, looking here to chip it through. Shoots! Twanzebe shifted upfield. And it's played forward. Bakambu, oh, good spread. The ball is loose and the chase is on. That's really well manoeuvred. Aim forwards. Ødegaard. And it's Ødegaard. Looking for a decent ball in. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, I think that move petered out due to a lack of urgency. There was no cutting edge.
Masuaku. And it's Masuaku. Great run on the overlap here. Now it's Bakambu. Bakambu! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Cedric Bakambu clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
They've played it short. Played back in. Masuaku. Now here's the delivery. That has been knocked clear. Ødegaard. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Over to the left. Masuaku. And here's Bakambu. And here's Bakambu. He's had a shot! Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
He's gone for the shot! Glorious! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. That was beautiful. Something close to genius. So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Brilliantly cut out. Referee has just said play on. That pass has been well intercepted. Haaland! It's in! Just one in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion.
Norway really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
Norway get themselves back into contention.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
He's in plenty of space here. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it.
Ryerson.
Needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession. Moved on forwards. He's gone for goal! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Haaland. Spread out to the left. He is just caressing the ball. And that has been clubbed away.
Wan-Bissaka.
And it's played forward. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. He's found some space. It's run loose here. Haaland. Haaland forwards and with intent. Mbemba. Masuaku. And here's Bakambu. Masuaku picks it up now. Climbs up big! Clears it away. Now then, the ball's come loose. And he's great chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And it's made its way to him. Haaland! Could be danger here. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Bob. Goes for the shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Cuts out the pass. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good.
Wan-Bissaka.
That's really well manoeuvred. Bob. Does really well to win the ball there. Mbemba. Masuaku. Aim forwards. And that is as far as they're going to go. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Mbemba gets over an intercept. That could spell trouble. And it's Ødegaard. Haaland! Haaland! And he hits the net! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And now he has two. This has become one superb game of football.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Wan-Bissaka. And here's Bakambu. And he shoots!
Cedric Bakambu has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
Bob. It's a threat. Chance! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Haaland certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Ødegaard. And here's Haaland. Haaland! Oh, bang on target. Decent progress down the left. Ambitious ball here. And that's nice and simple for the keeper. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. Oh, can he get onto this? Wan-Bissaka. Out to the left it goes. And it's gone back to the keeper. Keeper's got good distance on that. That's a Bakambu! More pressure on the opposition goal.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Lofted upfield. Haaland. That's a nicely weighted pass. Very nicely done. Bob! What a wonderful goal! Norway take the lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Wan-Bissaka.
And it's played forward. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And the half-time whistle goes. So there was the first half.
Oh, what a half. It's been pulsating and totally absorbing. We're actually headed for a potential classic.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, things just haven't quite clicked, Peter, have they? They're behind, and they deserve to be. But they've had a chance to regroup now, so we'll see how they come out at the start of the second half.
Plenty waiting in the middle.
Ryerson.
Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. And he's managed to beat absolutely everyone.
Twansebe. Wan-Bissaka.
And he's got his range wrong there. Berger. Bob. Now who's going to be first to this? Great defending, strong and determined. Bakambu, and the counter is on. Now it's Bakambu. Masuaku. Ødegaard wins the duel this time. Bob. Haaland. Over to the left. Is onto it in a flash. Oh, smashing header! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, if you give him something to attack in the air, he's most likely to get there. It's what he does best.
Ødegaard. Berger. And it's Ødegaard. Oh, nicely intercepted. Bakambu. Can he spark a counter here? Succumbs to the pressure. Bakambu. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Ødegaard. Berger. Ødegaard. Here's a chance! Oh, Just fizzes past the post.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger.
Ryerson.
Ødegaard. Moved on forwards. Bob. That looks a good cross. And that was very necessary.
Ryerson.
Now it's Bob. Bob. Oh, it's come loose. The referee's awarded a free kick.
Bakambu.
Being hounded, manhandled at times.
Well, he's profited handsomely already in this match, and at last their sense of danger has brought them to a possible solution.
Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Could move up a gear here. Hit into the middle. And it's hoisted clear. Masuaku. Mbemba shifted upfield. Bob does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Showing good feet.
And it's Berger.
Ødegaard. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. A finish of the highest order. Oh, that is a bit special. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Nice physical challenge. No foul, says the referee. Bob. Searching pass he's played there. Ødegaard. Berger. Oh, that's nice. And here's Haaland. Dealt with nicely by the defence. That is lovely. And that's aimed into the middle. There's the shot! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Haaland is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
And it's played forward.
Norway are more than happy to defend deep now. They've decided that it's not worth taking any more risks.
It's a very different story for their opponents, though, who just have to throw everything at it and hope for the best. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Tries a deft little ball. Bakambu does really well to win the ball there. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Oh, sweet feet. Deflected behind for a corner kick. And it's been taken short. That's tidy. A chance to play it in. Crossed into the middle. And it's Masuaku. Good take, and is he in? Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, for me, Peter, I think it's all too pedestrian and slow. They need a large injection of purpose now.
Masuaku. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Oh, that is asking for trouble. There's the header! No, couldn't quite control it.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Mbemba. Twanzebe, gently done. Ødegaard. Bob. Berger. And here's Haaland. And a chance! Missed by a fraction. Mbemba forwards and with intent. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Ødegaard played over towards the opposite flank.
Ryerson.
Bob.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Lovely feet. That wasn't the greatest of balls. Haaland. Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
And it's Ødegaard. Ryerson.
Great defending, strong and determined. Berger. Ødegaard.
Ryerson.
It's a good foot in there. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Brilliant! A finish of true class! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed.
Look, there's an awful lot that can go wrong from that range. How good was that?
Norway grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy. Bakambu, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Berger. Ødegaard. Wins the duel this time. And here's Bakambu. And back to the goalkeeper.
Ryerson.
Berger. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. That's the keeper's ball. Into the last quarter of an hour. And it's lofted through here. It is a corner. They've played it short. Aimed in towards... Real chance!
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
That's really well manoeuvred.
Bakambu.
Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Bakambu does really well to win the ball there. Berger. Bob. Played towards the other side. And the pass is intercepted.
Twanzebe.
Aim forwards. And here's Bakambu. And he's straight offside. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Oh, played through for the wide man. Ødegaard is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Wan-Bissaka shifted upfield. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Haaland looking to get on the end of this. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Masuaku. Oh, that's a clever looking ball. Ødegaard. Haaland. Masuaku tries to clear. Bakambu, the pressing. Yeah, he's fouled him there. And he's going to have his name taken.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Great football, shot and save.
I was expecting him to play it in until I saw his run-up.
Out to the left it goes. Lovely bit of skill. And the cross comes in. Moved on forwards. Tries to dink it through. And he thumps it clear.
And it's Wan-Bissaka.
Masuaku. Oh, such a clever touch. Played into the middle. Tries to get it clear. Wan-Bissaka carries the ball down the right. Can he deliver? Wan-Bissaka played back in. Have it back and can go again. So who's he picking out? Nice control. Keeper has taken decisive action. Short changes him with that pass. Haaland was only too happy to help out in defence.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Proves too strong. Ødegaard. Bob. Ødegaard.
Ryerson.
Bob really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Clearly not happy with that. Ødegaard. Played out to the right. Bob has a look up from the right-hand side, seeking out options. Norway desperately needs someone to hold up the ball here. It's run loose here. Berger. Played out wide.
And it's Berger.
Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Twansebe.
Wan-Bissaka.
And it's played forward.
Wan-Bissaka.
That's good play. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Ødegaard. Haaland. Haaland played out to the left flank. Some good work on the right flank here. Berger. And that's really well manoeuvred.
Ryerson.
Bob. Ødegaard. And here's Haaland. Now then, the ball's come loose. Bakambu. Bakambu. A probing pass. And there's green grass ahead of him. He is through here. Now, what about this cross? Bob. He's through here. Now it's Bakambu. And it's played forward. Ødegaard.
Ryerson.
And there goes the final whistle. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. Your